Today I want to talk to you about the transformative power of small daily habits. You see, we often think that change requires drastic measures or a sudden shift. But in reality, true transformation begins with small, intentional actions that you repeat every single day. Today I'll share with you 5 daily habits that, if practiced consistently, can completely change your life in just 30 days. First, let's start with mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world and your own potential. A positive, growth-oriented mindset will fuel every habit you create. Each morning, before you even get out of bed, take a moment to think about what you're grateful for and affirm your goals. This simple act sets the tone for the entire day. When you start your day with positivity and a belief in your ability to grow, you're already positioning yourself for success. Second, time management. It's said that time is our most valuable resource. Yet so many of us waste it on distractions or procrastination. To change your life, you need to be intentional with your time. Begin by planning your day the night before. Organize your tasks, prioritize them, and stick to the plan. This habit alone will create a sense of purpose in your day and keep you focused on your long-term goals. Third, self-care. Now, let me be clear, self-care is not selfish. In fact, it's essential. If you're not taking care of yourself, you'll have nothing to give to others or to the tasks you need to complete. Make self-care a priority each day, whether that's exercising, eating nourishing foods, getting enough sleep, or simply taking a moment to breathe. When you take care of your body and mind, you're investing in the strength you need to face the challenges of life. Fourth, gratitude and reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on your experiences. What went well? What could you have done differently? And most importantly, express gratitude for the blessings in your life. This practice of reflecting on the positive aspects of your day, not just the challenges, helps shift your focus from what's missing to what's abundant. Gratitude is the key to unlocking contentment and joy, even in the most difficult times. And finally, accountability. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or hold you back. It's essential to have individuals in your life who encourage your growth and hold you accountable. This could be a mentor, a friend, or even a group. Share your goals with them and ask them to check in on your progress. Being accountable to others and to yourself will keep you motivated and on track. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, the small daily habits you choose to implement today are the seeds of your future success. In 30 days, if you commit to these habits, you'll look back and marvel at the growth you've experienced. Change is possible, and it starts with you. Consistency is the cornerstone of personal transformation. It's easy to become excited about new goals or ambitious projects, but the real magic happens when we show up every day, regardless of how we feel or what obstacles we face. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to one simple factor: consistency. When we talk about consistency, we're not referring to perfection or doing things exactly the same way every time. It's about showing up. It's about making the commitment to take action day after day, even when the immediate results are not visible. It's about doing the work with faith that it will pay off in the long run, even if the progress feels slow or incremental. Let's consider something as simple as exercising. Many people start a new fitness routine with excitement, eager to see changes in their body and energy levels. But after a few days, when they don't notice a dramatic shift, they get discouraged and give up. Here's the thing: the results of consistent exercise don't always show up immediately. The physical changes may take weeks, months, or even longer to manifest. But the consistent act of exercising every day, even when you don't see instant results, builds strength, endurance, and resilience, both physically and mentally. Over time, these benefits accumulate, and the changes become undeniable. This principle applies to every area of life. Whether you're building a business, learning a new skill, or working on personal development, consistency is what sustains progress. It's the difference between someone who spends an hour a day working on their dreams and someone who gets excited about their goals but never seems to make lasting progress. The person who commits to an hour a day, even if it's only small steps, will make far more progress over time than someone who works intensively for a few days and then gives up because they didn't see immediate results. Consistency also builds discipline. When you commit to showing up, even when you don't feel like it, you're cultivating a deeper sense of responsibility to yourself and your goals. Over time, this sense of discipline becomes ingrained. It's no longer a matter of motivation or willpower. It becomes a habit, a part of your routine. And this is where true growth occurs. But consistency isn't always easy. It requires a mindset shift. In a world that prizes instant gratification, it's difficult to embrace the idea that lasting change takes time. We live in a culture that celebrates quick wins and immediate results, often forgetting that the most meaningful achievements are the ones that require patience and persistence. The act of showing up day in and day out, even when you don't see immediate rewards, is what separates the truly successful from those who give up too soon. This kind of consistency doesn't just apply to tasks, though. It applies to how we approach our own personal growth. For example, if you want to change your mindset, you must consistently choose thoughts that support your goals, even when it's hard. When you consistently practice positive affirmations, visualizing success, and reframing negative thoughts, your mindset will begin to shift. The more consistent you are with these practices, the stronger your belief in yourself will become. In building these daily habits, the key is not to expect perfection, but to show up consistently, even if you're not feeling your best. The magic happens when you commit to the process, knowing that every small action you take is building a foundation for something greater. It's this act of daily dedication that compounds over time, leading to profound changes in your life. So, in order to transform your life, you must embrace consistency as your ally. It's not about doing more, but about doing something every day. Each small effort may seem insignificant at the moment, but over time, it adds up to something much bigger than you could ever imagine. The results are not always immediate, but when you remain consistent, you'll look back after weeks, months, or even years and marvel at how far you've come. Consistency is the quiet force that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. It is the secret ingredient to long-lasting success and fulfillment. The power of mindset cannot be overstated when it comes to creating lasting change in our lives. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Your mindset shapes how you perceive challenges, setbacks, and opportunities, and ultimately determines the actions you take or fail to take. A positive and growth-oriented mindset empowers you to overcome obstacles and make progress, even when circumstances seem tough. It influences not just how you think, but how you behave and interact with the world around you. A growth mindset, as opposed to a fixed mindset, is based on the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are not static. They can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges because they view them as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as threats. They are not afraid of failure because they understand that failure is a part of the learning process. In fact, they see failure as a stepping stone to success, a necessary experience that allows them to learn valuable lessons and improve. Conversely, individuals with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges because they fear failure. They believe their abilities are inherent and cannot be changed. So if they encounter difficulty, they may feel discouraged or give up entirely. This kind of mindset limits their potential because it prevents them from taking risks, learning from mistakes, and pursuing growth. If you want to change your life, the first step is to cultivate a growth mindset that will fuel your journey forward. The power of mindset is evident in how we approach our daily habits and routines. When you have a growth-oriented mindset, you begin to view the habits you build as tools for personal growth. For instance, instead of thinking of exercise as something you have to do, or a punishment, you start to see it as an opportunity to strengthen both your body and your mind. When challenges arise in your fitness journey, whether it's physical limitations, soreness, or lack of motivation, you will be more likely to push through them because you believe that overcoming these obstacles is a part of the growth process. Similarly, when building a new habit such as journaling, meditation, or even learning a new skill, Your mindset will directly impact how persistent you are. With a growth mindset, you won't be discouraged by initial struggles or setbacks. You'll understand that these challenges are normal and that they don't define your ability to succeed. Instead of thinking, "I'm not good at this," you'll reframe it to, "I'm learning and I'll get better with practice." A positive mindset also plays a crucial role in managing your emotions and reactions. Life is filled with ups and downs, and while we can't control every external factor, we can control how we respond to them. Someone with a growth mindset is more likely to approach adversity with resilience and optimism. They believe that even in difficult times, there is something to learn, and that every setback is temporary. This kind of mindset enables you to stay focused on your goals even when challenges arise. In addition to resilience, a growth mindset encourages self-compassion. People with a growth mindset understand that making mistakes is part of being human, and they don't beat themselves up when things go wrong. They are patient with themselves, knowing that growth takes time. They celebrate small wins along the way and use setbacks as learning experiences rather than evidence of failure. By practicing self-compassion, you build emotional strength and maintain the motivation to keep going. Another powerful aspect of mindset is the ability to reframe negative thoughts. How often do we encounter doubts or negative thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, not capable, or not worthy of success? A positive mindset helps you recognize these thoughts as temporary and untrue. Instead of accepting them as facts, you learn to challenge and replace them with empowering beliefs. When you begin to reframe your inner dialogue, you begin to shift your perception of yourself and your potential. Finally, your mindset impacts how you perceive the world around you. A growth mindset helps you focus on solutions, not problems. You start to look for opportunities in every situation, even in adversity. Instead of being overwhelmed by life's challenges, you begin to see them as stepping stones toward personal development. With the right mindset, every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. So the first step toward transforming your life is to shift your mindset. Believe that you have the power to change and grow, no matter where you are today. Embrace the idea that challenges and setbacks are simply part of your journey, not the end of it. When you believe in your ability to learn, adapt, and grow, you open the door to unlimited possibilities. With a growth mindset, the path to success is not just a distant dream, it's a reality within your reach. Time management is one of the most important skills you can develop if you want to make lasting changes in your life. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we choose to use that time often separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Effective time management isn't just about filling up your day with tasks, it's about prioritizing what truly matters and making intentional choices about how to spend your time. One of the first steps in mastering time management is understanding that time is a finite resource. We can't get more hours in the day, but we can control how we allocate the time we have. The key to managing time effectively is to be intentional about it. It's about making conscious decisions on where to focus your energy, rather than allowing distractions to control your day. The first principle of effective time management is prioritization. When you have multiple tasks to complete, how do you decide which one should come first? It's easy to fall into the trap of working on whatever seems most urgent, but not everything that seems urgent is actually important. Prioritizing involves focusing on the tasks that will bring you closer to your long-term goals rather than just reacting to what's immediately in front of you. This means saying no to distractions and sometimes even to good opportunities in order to stay focused on what really matters. A powerful tool in prioritizing tasks is the Eisenhower matrix, a simple framework that divides tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, not urgent but important, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. By categorizing your tasks this way, you can identify which ones require your immediate attention, which ones can be scheduled for later, and which ones you can eliminate altogether. This process helps you ensure that you're spending your time on activities that align with your goals and values, rather than just reacting to the demands of others. Once you've identified your priorities, it's time to create a plan for how to tackle them. This is where time blocking comes in. Time blocking involves scheduling specific periods of time throughout the day for certain tasks or activities. Instead of working from a vague to-do list, you're creating structure and setting aside time to focus on important tasks without interruptions. For example, if you're working on a long-term project, you might block out 2 hours in the morning to work on it, and another hour in the afternoon to review your progress. Time blocking helps you stay focused and ensures that you're dedicating the right amount of time to each task. Another essential aspect of time management is learning to delegate. Many of us fall into the trap of thinking that we need to do everything ourselves, but the truth is, trying to handle everything on our own often leads to burnout and inefficiency. Delegating tasks allows you to focus on what you do best and frees up time to work on your most important priorities. Whether it's delegating tasks at work, outsourcing household chores, or asking for help with a project, learning to delegate effectively is a crucial skill in managing your time. In addition to delegating, it's important to recognize the value of saying no. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, and it's easy to say yes to everything that comes our way. But if we say yes to too many things, we risk spreading ourselves too thin and losing sight of what truly matters. Saying no is not about being rude, it's about protecting your time and energy. It's about recognizing that not every opportunity or request is worth your time, and that by saying no to less important tasks, you can say yes to the things that will bring you closer to your goals. Another crucial element of time management is creating habits that support productivity. For example, the habit of planning your day the night before can make a huge difference in how effectively you manage your time. By taking a few minutes each evening to identify your most important tasks for the next day, you'll wake up with a clear plan of action. This reduces the mental clutter and decision fatigue that often comes with starting the day without a plan. Similarly, building habits that promote focus, such as reducing distractions, turning off notifications, or creating a dedicated workspace will help you make the most of your time. The goal is to create an environment and routine that supports deep work where you can give your full attention to the task at hand without interruptions. Time management isn't just about working harder, it's also about taking care of yourself. In order to be productive and effective with your time, you need to ensure that you're well rested, nourished, and energized. Taking breaks throughout the day, scheduling time for physical activity, and getting enough sleep are all essential components of managing your time well. When you're well rested and energized, you're more focused, more efficient, and better equipped to tackle your tasks. In conclusion, mastering time management is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. It's about prioritizing the activities that align with your goals and values, creating systems to stay focused, and protecting your time from distractions. By learning to manage your time effectively, you can make room for the things that truly matter, reduce stress, and achieve the success you desire. Time, once gone, cannot be regained, so it's essential to use it wisely. Through intentional time management, you can create the life you want one day at a time. The importance of consistency in achieving long-term success cannot be overstated. It is the consistent actions we take each day that ultimately lead to meaningful transformation. Whether you're working toward personal growth, building a business, improving your health, or developing a new skill, consistency is the key that unlocks the door to lasting change. While talent, motivation, and intelligence may give you a head start, it's consistency that propels you toward your goals over time. One of the first things to understand about consistency is that it doesn't require perfection. It's not about doing everything flawlessly, it's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, and making incremental progress toward your objectives. Perfectionism often holds people back because they expect themselves to get everything right from the start, which can lead to discouragement and burnout. Consistency, however, is about steady, persistent effort, and this mindset allows room for mistakes and growth. The key is to keep moving forward, regardless of the obstacles that may arise. One of the ways to develop consistency is to build habits that support your goals. Habits are powerful because they automate our actions, allowing us to take consistent steps without needing to rely on willpower or motivation. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, creating a habit of exercising every morning, even if it's just for 20 minutes, ensures that you're consistently working towards your health goals. By embedding positive habits into your daily routine, you eliminate the need to decide every day whether or not to take action. Your habits take over, and the process becomes easier over time. Creating these habits begins with small actions. Starting small and gradually building up is often more effective than trying to implement sweeping changes all at once. For example, if you want to start reading more rather than setting an ambitious goal of reading a book every week, start by committing to reading just 10 minutes each day. Over time, those 10 minutes will add up, and you'll find that you're able to read more consistently and comfortably. Small steps lead to big results because they are sustainable and easier to integrate into your daily life. Another critical aspect of consistency is patience. Achieving significant change takes time, and often the results of your efforts won't be immediately visible. This can be frustrating, but consistency ensures that you're making progress even when you can't see it. It's important to trust the process and understand that the small actions you take every day compound over time. When you look back after a few months or years, you'll see that those small steps added up to something much larger than you might have expected. One of the challenges of maintaining consistency is staying motivated, especially when things get tough. Motivation can be fleeting, and there will be days when you don't feel inspired or driven. On those days, consistency becomes even more crucial. Instead of relying solely on motivation, it's important to create a system that allows you to keep going regardless of how you feel. This might involve setting up reminders, tracking your progress, or surrounding yourself with support and accountability. When you have a system in place, you can continue your efforts even when motivation wanes. In the absence of motivation, consistency becomes your anchor, keeping you grounded and moving forward. Consistency also plays a role in building self-discipline. When you commit to showing up each day, even when it's difficult, you build the muscle of discipline. Over time, discipline becomes second nature, and you start to rely less on external factors like motivation and more on your inner commitment to your goals. Discipline enables you to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's not about forcing yourself to work harder, but about developing the mindset and habits that allow you to maintain your course, no matter the external circumstances. In addition to these internal factors, it's important to recognize that consistency requires external support. Accountability partners, mentors, or even communities of like-minded individuals can be immensely helpful in staying consistent. When you have someone to share your goals with, someone who checks in on your progress and encourages you along the way, it's easier to stay committed. External accountability adds an additional layer of responsibility, which can motivate you to keep going even when your own internal motivation falters.